Campaign, but this was such an important piece to our football program. It's a reflection of where our football program currently is, which is a top 20 program in the country, and this is the type of facility that we need to compete day one in the Big 12. It's always important in locker rooms, but we really worked hard to make sure the ventilation gets up and out of here. Show you our nutrition area as you kind of head on back and see all the different lockers that we have. And there was never an opportunity to really get the team hyped up inside the locker room area before they went out. And so now we have a whole new experience for our team as they head out onto the field.
So I've kind of been in construction my whole life. I never kind of thought that I'd be, back here doing projects and everything. So it's been awesome.
Point, you ever made the Tobler face when something got done?
I never made it, I don't think, but it was definitely sent around via text message a few times for sure. So essentially with the ventilation system, what John was talking about, there's actually a fan. This is the shoe, the shoe rack, glove holders. There's a fan back there, and there's also a fan up here under the shoulder pads that blows up. This perforated metal panel back here. Me being a former student athlete at UC, it's awesome to be able to come back and work essentially for your university, give back to the university and everything. Oh, it's great. Now, I love basketball, I love football, so I love all these sports and everything. And to see Fick take the program where he has, it's unbelievable. See the ride and everything. I got season football tickets after I graduated and everything. So to see him do all that and the work that they've put in to be really good is just it's been awesome.
Better get out my zone and out my way, out my way. Head harder than some stone and I won't break, I won't break. You looking at a man full grown and I don't play, I don't play. Need to come off that throne and I don't take. Hey, better sound the alarm, sound the alarm, better sound the alarm, sound the alarm, better sound the alarm. I'm getting up and killing my style, better put it, better sound the alarm.
He is mean, he's tough, and he's nasty, and he's great. He's been awesome for us.
He's a funny guy, man. He catches me off guard. Like, he'd be looking so serious and all of a sudden turn the corner.
Coach Coombs was awesome. I mean, it's, I've known that he's been a Cincinnati guy his whole life. When I first met him, the first thing he told me, I think, is, I just want you to know this is my town. And he brings in an energy, he brings in an excitement, he brings in, the knowledge of, high school, college to the NFL that I think we really need within our program.
With football, it's such a small football world. So to have opportunity to come back and work with Coach Coombs, after all these years and being with him as a player, definitely have had opportunity to learn a lot more things from another perspective.
Have you gotten a chance to let your D-line guys know how good you were when you were here?
I'm gonna take what's mine.
Trying to get rid of it. And the ball is batted around and picked off for a touchdown. Walter Stewart comes up with it. It's a touchdown for Cincinnati. When's the last time you saw that? Where a defensive guy takes it away, literally from the quarterback in the end zone for a touchdown. That's the first time and probably the last time.
He actually pulled up his game clips, and I didn't know Coach Stewart as the player, but when you turned it on, it was like he could really ball.
I would imagine that they know. I kind of don't talk about it much, but the film speaks for itself.
And he's a good coach. He's a good guy. He's very relatable to us because he's been in our shoes. He's played here. He's played in our position.
situation where I was born with a defect. So it's just one of those deals where, I couldn't play anymore. So once everything kind of settled on, okay, football is over with as far as playing, I had always heard guys say like, hey, try coaching when you're young, like get into it right away. I kind of tried it out early on and everything kind of took off from there. I think that definitely ended up helping me as a coach because, I could tell the guys like, hey man, just take advantage of each and every opportunity that you get.
There's no doubt that it resonates. Us and the whole idea of wanting to represent the CPAW for our whole life, earn it, own it, represent it. And it means so much more when you've got some former players that can get up there and actually speak about it.
Having played here and been through some of the things that they've gone through, and being on campus and being at higher ground, it definitely makes it easier for me to relate to those guys. Just being here in general, being at higher ground in general, just kind of, you start going through the memories and everything like that.
It's cool to see, a guy like that who, been in the thick of it and was here during that stint of when, UC was doing it all too, the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl and stuff too.
You kind of bounce around and stuff like that, but I never really envisioned myself coaching here. For everything to kind of fall the way it did, I'm definitely excited about it. I'm thankful to definitely be back.
Whether they've won or they haven't won, those are the people that have the roots here. Those are the people that have the most invested. And we want to make those guys proud. And to have them guys back on your staff, I just think it goes a long way.
Coach Gino, my guy, man. He just has swag, man. I mean, obviously he was an all-star quarterback here. He knows what he's doing. He's young. His energy.
Gino's done a phenomenal job. I know he's had Desmond Ridder for a long time, so it's hard for people maybe to see the development of other guys that have been behind him. But us from being within the program have seen the development, not just in those guys as football players, but in them as men and in their relationship. And to me, that's what wins out in the long run.
Yeah, Des is a once-in-a-lifetime type guy. His leadership's going to be missed, but those quarterbacks will find their way.
Love Coach Gino. Gino is also one of the big reasons why I came to UC. Just spending quality time with him. You spend so much time with your position coach just in meetings, on the field, stuff like that. So Coach Gino, he's a special guy.
20 years ago I made that decision, and that was part of the conversation that he and I and his parents had when he made the decision to come here. And Evan's going to be a special player here.
When you've got an actual hometown hero that made that same decision, I think even in recruiting it's so uniquely different. And then you add on to top of it what a phenomenal coach and the way that he's done things, from a running back coach to the quarterback coach to the offensive coordinator.
For him to give his knowledge of how he did things, and then he's also just a great coach. He knows football like the back of his hand, and easily the best coach I've ever been around.
I mean, he's not just out there calling plays. Like I said, it's personal for him. So, that puts us in better positions. And like I said, I'm just excited that we're going to score a lot of points.
And so I feel like we're going to have a lot of big plays this year because of what Coach Gino's drawn up.
I just feel really fortunate every day I get to coach here. It's something special to be able to coach the position that you played at the place that you played. And I think that shows in recruiting. And I always tell those kids that, you and I are going to be Bearcats for life.
Suited and booted, I'm ready for war. Put the pedal to the floor. Heavy metal in the background. You should know I don't back down. When it's go time, I waste no time.
Lenny and Josh are matchup issues.
Oh, they make it so much easier. They make it really easy. They're big targets, first of all. I know I can just throw the ball up and they're going to catch it.
This is another one of those positions that's unique in a sense that you got two guys that you want on the field.
When we do get the opportunity to throw those guys got to make a decision. Do they want to get in heavy personnel with us to try to stop the run? If so, now you got Josh and Lenny matched up on a linebacker.
LT. I came in with Lenny, and to be quite honest, we didn't talk much. We were always good buddies, but just came from two different areas of the world.
That's my brother, man. We sharpen iron. Iron sharpens iron all the time, and we make sure we come out here every day motivated and push each other to be the best we can be.
Me and him, we talk about a lot in our program, healthy competition, and I think me and him have a really good understanding of that.
Two guys that are incredibly capable, that are going to play at the next level.
In our meeting room, we have a sign that says, "Through these halls walk the greatest tight ends in the nation," and that's something we try to, live by, not only on the field but in the weight room.
Yeah, this tight end U. Most definitely, this is tight end U. This is a place to be in the country for sure.
If you had to ask me any year, where do you want to start at? I'm going to start at the offensive line. And if you're going to be good there, you got a chance. Our program's built on that, and it's going to start up front there. Those guys are going to have to fit the load as we figure out not just who the quarterback is, but who the tailback's going to be.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest key for our offense coming back is just the depth and experience that we have up front. And as Coach Fickle always says, it all starts up front, and those guys are going to pave the way.
They're going to have to stay. They're going to have to kind of be the tone setters in a lot of the things we're doing, and we're going to apply some more pressure to those guys, but I know they can handle it.
I came back because it's the place where I wanted to be since the beginning. I knew Ben before he left, so getting to spend that time with him and then seeing him grow in his own ways and me grow in my own ways and just being back together, competing every day. It's a healthy competition. We want the best for each other, no matter which way it goes, but we're going to continue to push each other every day, and it's exciting.
You see them too, and they're like best friends. That's so hard to do, but they do it really well, and the team sees that, and they kind of follow their lead and see how they work together. And like I said, a healthy competition is really good.
When Ben came back, he's been out. He wasn't here for a year, but it was like he never left, and I thought that was pretty cool to see. They're brothers at the end of the day. They're going to fight like brothers.
But haven't had a true battle, I think, that is seen within your program too. And I think that's what's so unique about this.
Competition brings out the best in everyone. So I think Coach Fick has done a great job in kind of breeding that competition at every position.
It's the hardest position in all sports, in my opinion. And what I tried to tell both those guys, it's not Evan versus Ben or Ben versus Evan. It's Evan versus Evan and Ben versus Ben. It's about those guys going out each day trying to improve. You're going to breathe the confidence of the rest of the team when you go out and have success.
But they both bring things to the table.
Ben Bryant's got a really strong arm, really accurate passer, does a great job moving in the pocket. He has some experience having played last year at Eastern Michigan, so he's kind of been in the fire. Evan's a super dynamic athlete, and he's developing as a passer. Evan never really gets too high or too low. He's always able to maintain his poise regardless of the situation.
Got two great leaders, athletes.
We're really close, and we battle it out every day. We don't really talk about it, but we know that one of us is going to get the nod to run out there against Arkansas.
And there's eventually going to be a starter.
There's definitely a lot of pressure that follows it, but pressure makes diamonds. So
I have a bunch of guys that see life through a realistic lens, and I hope at the end of the day they know, hey, he played better than me in training camp. I understand why he got the nod.
It's not always easy. It's not easy for them. It's not easy for us. But at some point in time, someone's got to separate themselves, and it usually does. It usually happens. But it'll be an ongoing battle to see who's probably going to run the show.
Next week on Let It Fly.